Hi, just want to introduce myself. My name's Mark and I'm from the Kramrenkluaf station, uh, and you guys may or may not have been watching a few of the onboard videos that I've done, which is, I haven't seen a lot of those, so I thought I'll post a few, all trial and error, mind you. I'll be brief about my railway. I started off with a £15 Battle Zone set, which was just a starter, and that sort of pushed me a bit more into it, really, if you like. And then I worked in and bought all the stuff that you see and all the engines that you've seen online and the onboard videos, all second hand. I think I bought a few pieces and pieces, new maintenance parts. But other than that, everything else has been sourcing what I can and properties and the bits and pieces that you've seen, and trying to build on it. It's basically a layout from the Hornby layout, and then I'm trying to fill in all the gaps, if you like, and if I can modify bits and pieces and weather bits and pieces, which I like doing that sort of spray work, we can add to things and hopefully bring a bit more authenticity to it when I can spit it out properly. But yeah, if I can make it look sort of the landscape half tidy, I'll be quite pleased with that. But if I can move back, I'm going to spin you guys round and then I'll just introduce you to most of, I think you all know what they are anyway. Okay, over here, I think you all know that's just the high mech. I bought that quite cheap, second hand as well, on the market. And where you can see the trailer there, which is for the low loaders, for the tanks, etc. That's where you see the camera on. Which is the tanks and bits and pieces you get from the Battle Zone kit. My other train, we all know that one. That's the Battle Zone 08 shunter, lovely little train. Over here, I think you guys have seen this. I got that second hand. Has a problem spinning a bit, but I've got paperwork for that. That came in 1979 written on the paper, so it's quite old. And over the back, you guys know that, which is, I'll try and slide it out a little bit if I can. Bear with me. Oh, actually, what I'll do is I'll lift this off. Yeah, we all know them. They're brilliant. That's probably the best of the fleet, really, to be honest. It's solid. It's as old as me, I reckon. It's got to be in that region. The Britannia, great little train. Let's put that back. Right. Yeah. And under here, I swapped out when I got this layout. It originally came with a Eurostar. Not that really into that futuristic looking stuff. So I done a deal with a guy, and I swapped out a Class 37, which I think you've seen that going around. If you notice, on the back bogie is a different colour. It's got like white yellow hubs compared to the weathered version. I've got to weather that, which I will do in due course. This has had issues because it was my fault, and getting parts for them is terrible. The reason being is because that particular motor, I'll come back to you guys if you want to see my ugly mud. Here I am. Yeah, because that's got a 5-pole motor in it, which is the later motor. But the problem is you can't get the cogs, the gear cogs, because I chewed them up towing my track cleaner, which basically the weakest link is the cogs. So what you saw there is the bogie with the yellow hubs. That's off of second hand, and that's the 3-pole motor. But at the moment, at least it gets it back on the track, and I'm currently in the process of a friend of mine who does printing, hoping he can print some cogs so I can have some spare cogs and get the 5-pole back in, because the 5-pole motor is presumably a lot smoother, but we'll come back to that as it happens. I'll quickly pan round. Basically, I haven't got many. I've got a beer wagon there, and all these come offline. The brake van, bits and pieces. I've got a couple of old coaches at the back there. I'll move this model out of the way. Just a couple of 3 coaches. You might have saw them going round. But other than that, just a few bits of buildings that I've done, acquired to modify it to make it look a bit more authentic. And the next job, which I've got the Gauge Master, basically the 3-dimensional background. So I'm going to sort of do the span around the outsides. I've been told it comes to about a foot high, which will give it some more depth, which should be quite cool. But yeah, so far that's about the depth of it, of Kramrenkluaf. So we'll just keep moving on. I've never done anything like this before, so it's all new to me. Hopefully you guys, I haven't been waffling on too much and boring you, but I'll be greatly advised if you could give me some advice. That'd be really cool. And I'll try and post what I can in bits and pieces as I move on. When I'm going to obviously modify my track cleaning wagon, and what I'm going to be doing is putting the Pico rubber on it, so I can modify it like that. And I'll post a video probably when I'm doing that. But if all this has helped and interested, as I say, I'm Mark, and thanks very much for watching, and hope to speak to you soon. Cheers, thank you.